Hi guys, and welcome to another video where we are restoring this old Sovereign Briggs and Stratton mirror. It is in a fairly good condition. The deck's rusted, but I don't think it has seen much use over the years. So here we're just holding the cable as the blade brake has snapped and seeing if we can get any sort of life out of it. And it ran straight away, so not well, but it's obviously salvageable, no issues with it being seized. So now we're going to strip it down and start restoring it. So as you can see, having a few issues removing the bolts for the blade for the engine. They were quite badly rusted, so we had to angle the engine off, but we got them off functionally. So now the engine's off, just removing the handles, wheels, the flap, all those sort of things. So we have the bare deck ready for painting. Now we've got to try and lift it out. So as you can see, paint's all flaking off, but the deck is solid, so that's a good sign. We're definitely able to save this. So using the paint removal discs, we are removing the paint and the rust to get it back to bare metal on the deck. And unfortunately the camera dies, but as you can see, we removed all that rust and paint, so probably made the mirror slightly lighter now, so filling in the holes. Now flattening off the filler so it's nice and smooth, and you shouldn't be able to see how it's filled once it's been painted. So for this project, using all rattle cans because we decided we can get a better finish with the spray gun, and it's also much more convenient. So starting off with some etch primer to cover up the bare metal. And now after we've put 2 coats of primer on, and there is a small hole we can still see, so we're just adding a bit more filler and then we'll sand that down to smoothen it out. Now we're just spraying some Dinitrol corrosion protection underbody sealant under the deck, just to make sure that the won't rust out from underneath. And now the exciting bit, putting the shiny red top coat on. Okay, now we're just applying a clear gloss lacquer to make it more shiny and also protect the paint from petrol spillages or stuff like that. Okay, so now the deck's done, we are working on the engine, so we're going to clean the carburettor out, which I'm just taking off now. Replace the carburettor diaphragm, as they often perish, and it will run a lot better with that. And with a clean carburettor, it should run like new. And also going to change the air filter, as that was quite dirty. Also here we're taking off the exhaust, as we will paint that with heat resistant paint, as it tidies up the mower a lot when it's got repainted exhaust. So yeah, here we're going to sand down and then respray this engine cover. So, like the deck, coat of primer followed by a coat of top coat and then a lacquer over the top. As you can see, the paint doesn't dry perfectly shiny, so the lacquer makes it shinier. It's more appealing. Now we're just giving the exhaust a wire brush, and we'll repaint that with heat resistant paint. So onto the carburettor, where we will remove it from the fuel tank and then replace the diaphragm, which is in between the carburettor and the fuel tank. There's a diaphragm and a gasket, which both need replacing. And yeah, this should make the mirror run much better. I'm just using carburettor cleaner to clean down the carburettor, just remove any contaminants that might be in it. So now that's done, we're going to quickly change oil. It's always a good idea to change oil on any of these mowers, because you don't know how long they've been sat or how much use they have been had. And now we will reassemble everything. So exhaust back on, carburettor back on, and the top cover back on. This top cover came out very well. I'm not sure if you can tell in this particular clip, but it was definitely worth repainting, as it looked a lot better than it did before, and it's definitely one of the better things that I've painted, to be honest. So now we're just putting on a bit of oil on the new air filter. You're meant to do this so it catches dirt more effectively. And importantly, we are going to add some fresh oil into the engine. Okay, so onto these wheel covers. I thought I'd paint these as they were quite scratchy. We managed to find a spare one to complete all four, as one was missing. So yeah, just sanding them down, quick coat of primer, and then painting them. And they turned out quite good. I was a bit worried about painting the plastic, but yeah, definitely was worth doing. Okay, so now it's time to reassemble everything. So wheels back on, engine on, handles back on, and then we're all done. Okay, so here we are fitting a new blade brake cable as this was broken. So that's the only new part I had to buy if you don't count filters, etc. So that was quite good. Some of these mowers have had to, the last video we did, had to replace a lot of parts on it. New spark plug as well, just to make sure that that's fully working. I always find it helpful to replace it. And now we're just using the oil on plastic trick to revitalise the plastic and make it look shiny and black. And there is repainted wheel trims, which just help finish off the mower. So as you can see, much better looking than it did before. I think this is probably, in terms of the quality of the paintwork, etc., probably the best mower we've done yet. So always improving. Hopefully it can beat this. As you see, starts and runs, a bit smoky, but just because it had been left tipped upside down before. That burnt off after a while and it ran fine, as you'll see, cutting the grass. Yeah. So, yep, final product. I think this has been a good success, this mower. Probably one of the best and quite an easy, smallish project. Not super complex, but I think we did a good job of the paintwork. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.